happy.
What up, fam? This is Big Tone.
What's
Mason
up?
Dixon.
What up? What up? Coach Moody here with you.
Man, I'll tell you, fam. My Moody phone going off. All right. So
Popular, man. Popular,
you
man.
know, this dude didn't turn his phone down.
People trying to get on.
Yeah.
Trying to get on with Mason Dixon, baby.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Fam. Last day of 2024. Man, well, I'm gonna tell you, just be safe. Be safe out there. Keep your head on the swivel as you go partying, because there's some crazies out there.
Yeah, you never lie about that.
But fam, it's been a good year. It's been a good year for all of us.
Bless you, man.
Yes. And we just want to say, thank you to all you Mason Dixon supporters for being out there. And let's talk a little bit about what we saw this weekend.
You want to talk about that already, man?
Look. I done seen some dudes, man.
You seen some dudes?
I see some dudes. I'm not even gonna talk about the 13, 14 years. Because it all starts with that 10 year, but we're gonna get into that in a minute.
We're gonna get into that.
Fam, first of all, we want to welcome you guys back to our final podcast of the old year, and be with us as we go into the new year, fam.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. And fam, so you got to mark your calendar.
Get it out
for Inauguration Day.
MLK Day.
Inauguration Day, fam.
CFB Championship Day.
1/20/25.
Mason Dixon Showcase Day, baby.
It's going down on a Carroll County indoor sports arena.
Mason Dixon Showcase Day.
So we got exciting,
Coach.
Venue and day plan for you guys.
Coach, we gotta let them know, man. 'Cause some of them didn't know.
Didn't know what?
The big men are invited to the showcase.
Oh yeah, it ain't football without the big men.
The big men are invited to the showcase. They didn't know they could come. They didn't know they was gonna be part of the end.
No,
the team.
They part of everything. They part of everything. I mean, football ain't football without big men. Football without big men is called 7-on-7. That's what it is.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
And you know what? When you turn on TV on Sunday, you don't see 7-on-7. You see the NFL.
You see the NFL.
Yeah.
You see the linemen getting it in.
Yeah. In college, you watching the college playoffs. You don't see 7-on-7. It's football.
It's football, baby.
High school. Look, we coach at the high school level. It ain't 7-on-7. It's football.
Man. Who gets 4 seconds?
Exactly.
Who gets 4 seconds?
So look, if it ain't happening within the trenches, it ain't football. So bigs, come out. Show out.
Exactly.
Come out, show out. Look,
looking for them bigs.
And then look, we're going to end it with 5 Up. We're about to introduce y'all in the next podcast about 5 Up, so you can come get ready for it. But some of y'all already know about it. Bigs. It ain't football without y'all. So
without the bigs. So make sure them bigs sign up and come out. Maybe make sure they come out. They are all part of football, man. Excluding not bigs.
It's exciting for the bigs, boy.
Yes, it is.
Look, I can't wait.
MLK Day, baby.
So Inauguration Day, fellas.
CFB Championship Day, baby.
Inauguration Day.
Mason Dixon Showcase Day.
We want you Inauguration
Day. Mason Dixon Showcase Day, baby.
So that's going. And then for the high schoolers, we got a whole nother section for the high school.
Woo-wee.
So
the big guns.
So we got the young guns in the morning and the big guns in the afternoon. But after what I saw this weekend, man,
them young guns are pretty big.
Them young guns are the big guns.
Pretty big. They pretty big.
It's crazy, fam. So I got to meet a lot of y'all. I appreciate you, love out to you. But man, I had these youngins coming through at 10U. They was big as me.
They were dominating.
I asked one 10U and a 12U. I was like, "What school y'all go to? Y'all in high school?" And they're like, "Coach, I'm 10U." I was like, "Show me some ID. Show me some ID." Like that 10U, 12U.
Yeah, man.
But we had some players, man.
Yes, we did.
I'll tell you what, being a high school coach, at my level, man, I wish I could just wrap them all up and bring them out. Wrap them all out and bring them out.
Yes, me too, man. I'm trying to meet these shout outs, man. We get some shout outs, man. Happy New Year's to y'all, man. What we got here? Junior. Yo, what's up, Junior? What's up?
Hey, it ain't New Year yet, though, baby. It ain't New Year yet.
Ain't New Year. We still finishing out this year,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
we gotta take care of this year.
But
wrap this year up.
So, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go in and say, first of all, man, I got to see a little bit of them 10Us play.
I know, man. We appreciate you too, dog.
Yeah.
We appreciate you too, man.
I got to see some of them 10Us play.
Man, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
We have a special guest from the 10U, dog.
What?
Yes, we got a special guest for y'all today from the 10U, man.
Which side?
Well,
which side?
It's the north side. It's the north side.
There you go, baby.
It's the north
side. I told you how we get down.
You were right.
I told you how we get
down.
It's
the north side.
Yeah, look, we ain't got our jerseys up, man.
It's the north side.
So you can see that blue all over here,
it's
baby.
The north side.
The blue. Look.
The north side champions from the Billionaire Boys.
Yeah, but shout out to the south side.
Oh, the south side represented. They represented.
But
Coach Benny, the south side team represented.
Yeah, but man, I'm gonna tell you what, man. That north side,
they won. They won.
That might be the best 10. I'm not even gonna say Mike. Get rid of Mike. That is the best 10 squad.
I see.
Maybe in the region, but definitely in the state.
We already got Coach coming on, man. You ain't got to do all that.
No, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Matter of fact, I want to make that 10, let that 10U play up against y'all 12U.
No, come on, Coach. 12U, you might don't skip 11U.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip both of them.
I'll skip.
Look, that's how big they were.
They were big.
That's how well coached they were. That's how they play.
Hey,
matter of fact, if there's another 10U team out there that thinks they can hang with them,
I don't think it is.
If there is, there is,
man. I don't even think FBU can hang with them, man.
Who?
I don't even think the FBU 10U.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, 10U, FBU will get stumped.
Woo!
Yo, who coaching that 10U?
You're selling some wolf tickets today.
Hey, that's my North team, boy. It's my North team. It's my North team.
I heard that was coached by Torrey Smith, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Torrey coaching at the FBU 10U?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
The FBU 10U.
That's what I heard.
Look, I love Torrey, man.
Torrey up there.
He my man. He my man. Yeah, he up there with Sonny. He my man. But you know what? Nah.
You going with the Mason-Dixon 10U?
No. I'm going with 10U, man, and orchestrated by the billion coach.
The billion. That's what you told me.
Not million.
Not million. Billionaire.
Coach. Billionaire Boys.
Billionaire Boys.
Yeah.
Man, you saw some wolf chickens, baby.
Look, it ain't wolf if it's real. It ain't wolf if it's real. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna put a challenge out there.
Hey, producer, make sure you tag Torrey Smith and the East Howard County Jaguars, because he need to hear this. Because I heard some wolf tickets, man. I ain't gonna do them like that. But I hear it.
Look, I told you.
I would love
Torrey doing a great job. He's doing a great job.
Torrey's doing a good job.
I mean, look, he is what he is, man.
But
he got that Midas touch.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Coach, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this.
Tell me, Coach.
I gotta support my boy, Coach Rufus, and the Billionaire Boys from the Mason-Dixon North Championship team.
Oh, you coming over to the good side now?
No, I'm with Mason-Dixon.
You coming over to the good side?
I'm with Mason-Dixon.
I know you with Mason-Dixon.
I'm with Mason-Dixon. So that is the good side.
I don't doubt that, but I'm always gonna call it is what it is. You know what I mean?
What it is.
Hold
on. Don't think the South didn't win no game. Hold on, it wasn't no clean sweep. So don't even talk like that. Look, come on, man.
Look, when my children are wrong, I'm gonna discipline them, man. I'm gonna let them know when they're wrong.
Guess what? South won too.
Yeah.
10U, yes, the North won.
They didn't just win, Coach.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, they won.
Coach.
They
look,
they won.
Who's leading that squad?
That's Coach Rufus.
And what they call?
The Billionaire Boys.
What they call?
The Billionaire Boys.
Coach, they earning their keep.
They earn their keep.
Yeah, I mean, look, we ain't even gonna get into my other North team.
Well, how you gonna just skip over the South champions? See, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to act like South didn't win anything.
I remember.
I know you don't.
I don't
know
remember.
you don't. Coach
I
J.
don't remember.
Coach J. Call him. Call him, Coach J.
I don't
so he'll
remember.
remember.
I don't remember.
Coach J.
But you know what? But you know what?
Yeah, what?
I did see a Derrick Henry up on the 13U.
Oh, did they?
What?
That dude,
Coach
Derrick Henry Jr., man.
Yo, how Coach Smith came out there, right? Every one of his players had capes on them, right? They all had capes. They was like
dude, I don't know where Coach got them from, man. I'll tell you some backstories, man.
No, I didn't want to hear the backstory.
I'll tell you some backstories.
All I know is my 13U, my 14U North. Dog, they had wide receivers out there, man, that was stretching.
Hey, they all play youth ball, so don't get it twisted.
You know, I ain't gonna lie.
Don't get it twisted.
I had to make sure, man, do some double check before the game to make sure that
they all play youth football. So don't get it twisted. But them boys came, man, and they came up there talking smack.
Dude, did you see the quarterback?
They was talking smack.
Did you see that boy slinging that thing?
Dude, man, I ain't get to see the game. I'm giving out jerseys. But that's all I heard was them talking smack from get-go, man.
Coach.
They was talking smack from get-go, and then they backed it up.
Yo,
so I can't say nothing.
I can't remember, man. Now the 13U South had some boys too.
They did. 13U South.
They had some.
They had a team.
They had a defensive tackle over there.
They had
that was nice. I mean, they had some nice, but
they had some teams.
But the North
came. They came with a truth.
Yeah,
they came with the truth.
I'll tell you what. Talk about Torrey Smith and his FBU team. Woo. The team that Coach Smith put together.
Coach Smith put together a team.
Yo, that squad. I like to see that squad might be able to.
I got somebody for them though.
Who?
I got somebody for them. I got
Coach. It got
Hubby Hub. Coach Hubby Hub got a team for them, baby. I'm telling you, man. My boy, Coach.
Is it an FBU team?
It's better than FBU.
All right, it's good.
It's FBU plus.
Because look,
he got some FBU.
In order to hang with what Smith put together, I saw it.
Nah. Coach Hub will put together a team that's gonna take them down. Dog, I got Coach Hub against them.
Look, why are you going out trying to find people?
I ain't finding nobody. I ain't finding nobody.
Look, you just can't take the L, can you? No. Take the L, bro.
We don't take L.
Take the L, bro. Take that L.
We give them.
You know what I mean? Take that L at 10U. You can go find Torrey Smith squad.
I ain't finding.
You're still gonna take that L.
I didn't find.
You can go find.
I told you. I told you I was with the Billionaire boys.
You can go find Hub his squad.
Hubby Hub gonna whip that ass.
Yo, take that.
Hubby Hub gonna whip that ass. See, me and Hubby Hub go way back.
You know what? Y'all better go back to the embryo. You better go back to the embryo.
We go way back.
Look.
I tell you, Hubby Hub brought me when I was with the Stars. Hubby Hub brought me.
I don't want to hear that. Look,
your boy.
Look.
Muhammad Ibrahim.
I want to hear that.
Man, Hubby Hub.
Look,
come on, man.
Look, it ain't. What have you done for me lately?
Well, we're just getting in the game.
Yeah,
he gonna bring it to you. Okay. I'm just getting back in.
Okay.
So
you know what?
Call me.
I'm just saying, my North's clean sweep.
No, it didn't. No, they didn't. No, they did not. No, they did not. Coach J, he had his eyes closed. He had his eyes closed.
Clean sweep.
12U.
I love you all because you all Mason Dixon.
Can you say 12U?
I love you all.
Can you say 12U?
Dixon.
Can you say 12U?
I can't hear you, man.
Yeah, I know you can't. 12U, Coach J.
Yeah,
call him Coach J.
I know is my North.
Call him 12U South. 12U. Hey, guess what? It's on IG, baby.
Who?
It's on IG.
10U?
12U getting that trophy, baby.
13U,
12U getting that trophy.
13U, 14U.
12U.
13U,
12U in the red jerseys getting the trophy, baby.
Let me ask you a question, man. You gotta get my 10U their medals, man.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk to Coach. We're gonna talk. Coach Rufus coming on.
You was crying. You was crying so bad.
I wasn't crying.
You was working.
You
was in the corner crying. You was in the corner crying that you took that L.
No, I was working, baby. I was passing out jerseys, man. I was
gonna pull a Wesley Snipes on you. Always bet on blue, baby. Always bet on blue.
All right. Hey, so you ready? You ready, man? Because we've been talking about this dude and his team, and we both got him in the next game. If we could put it together, man, let's bring on my man, Coach Rufus from the Billionaire Boys.
Let me give my man a hand.
Come on, Coach. Come on, Coach. We got.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good, Coach. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you.
Same here. Happy New Year to you guys, man.
Happy New Year's to you, dog.
So look, Coach Ruth. he had to take that L, man, for that South team, man. He had to take
Hey,
that
Coach,
L.
I ain't gonna lie. I was representing the South. I'm from DC. He's from New York. I was representing the South. He's representing the North. So yeah, I took an L with the 10U.
Look,
No, that's all good. We don't take L's. We learn lessons, right?
that's
Exactly.
it. Look, I told him he about to learn a big lesson because look, it ain't called Millionaire Boys. It ain't millionaire. It ain't Bitcoin. Okay, it's Billionaire Boys.
Yeah. Hey, if I can, I just want to say I definitely represent Billionaire Boys, but that squad that we had, was an opportunity for us to bring together a lot of the guys that I know from right here in Baltimore. So we actually, had a lot of kids from Park Heights Saints. Coach Keontae came out with
they was
us.
there representing. They had some nice
Yeah.
jackets on, man.
I know.
Also Old Town Gators,
Old Town
over
Gators.
East Baltimore.
Yeah,
West Baltimore Ravens had a player on our team as well. Shout out to Coach Wiley over there.
Up next.
Okay, up next.
Yeah, and then Owens Mills Wolfpack, Coach Trey Ladson from over there allowed Coach Gabe to come over and help out with us, and then obviously coaches from our staff, Coach Steven, Coach Rodney, Coach Chris Hardy, Coach Dre, and Coach Reese, really came out and support these kids. For me, it's an opportunity to give kids an opportunity to showcase. And again, while I like the Billionaire Boys, I really like what Mason Dixon did for the kids in our area.
Yeah, well, we
Coach, I'll tell you what, man. There was some. I mean, forget the game of football for a minute. Those are some good kids, man.
Yeah,
absolutely, man.
Yeah, they were good kids.
They were good kids, man.
Yep.
I gotta say, they're very, very coachable kids. Everybody came out; they were respectful. They listened. They were eager to learn. Every kid was anxious to be in practice and participate and take part. You can tell that a lot of the coaches do their due diligence during the season to get players ready and prepared for high school. So it made it easy for us as coaches. But I think that those players themselves really had an opportunity to showcase their talent through their position in the sports that they do.
Coach, the thing I love that you guys are doing, and a lot of these coaches see, I'm at the high school level, right? And at the high school level, and I tell these young men all the time, like the most important coach they're ever going to have is their youth coach.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you get to high school, like from the time camp starts to the time we have our first game, it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So while we have at our school, we got a freshman level, JV level, and a varsity level. We want guys to come in and be ready to play right away. And the only way you come and play right away is you get good youth coaching. You youth, and I don't want to say youth coaches, you coaches who take your efforts and your time and your energy and your expertise and give it to the young guys makes it a heck of a lot easier for me at the high school level. Like we alone last year, I had 3 freshmen on varsity. Like they came in ready to play. I had one that played both ways, started freshman because and in the end of the year, we moved up another 3 or 4 freshmen because coach, they came ready to play because they had great youth coaches. They understood the game. They understood how to watch game film. They had football IQs. I mean, you guys are doing a heck of a job, man.
Hey, Coach, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. When I was at practice, man, I was very impressed by this young man right here, Coach Rufus.
Thank you.
I was very impressed. He ran his practice like high school coaches.
Really?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you, they was together and they was working out. Then they gave them a water break. They gave the players a water break.
Mandatory water break. Yep.
He called all the coaches together in a circle. Told the coaches, look, I want you to work with the running backs, and I need you to work on this. I need you to work with the line.
Yeah.
You work on this. He said, hey, are you good with the wide receivers? My man said, yeah, I can take the wide receivers. He said, all right, you work on this. And then they went and they did the indies, and then he had them come back together as a team. I mean, it was like, I love the leadership on that. He led his coaches, and he had them out there doing their thing and trusted his coaches to coach.
Well, coach, as a head coach, that's the key.
Yes, because a lot of youth coaches, man, they do the whole thing themselves and then let guys fit in and, come back and help them out with what their
vision,
their scheme, their vision is. But he was like delegating.
You got to let the coaches
and let the coaches coach, man.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm impressed with that dog because that's why that shows me y'all gonna be very successful.
Well, good youth coaches are like that. And I mean, and you can see the difference when they come to the high school level. You know, the guys who were able to progress, you know, we had guys, you know, three of them that was freshmen, boom, they went to JV, boom, they went to varsity. We had three that came in, boom, straight to varsity right off the bat. So, and we're a small school.
Right.
So you're talking about six freshmen, you know, by the time we went to the championship at the high school level, six freshmen, not on the team, but playing.
Yes.
Playing varsity.
Yes.
And that came because good youth coaching, man.
Coach, let me apologize to Coach Rufus. Rufus, I'm sorry, man. I gave away your secret sauce, dog.
But it's no secret. You know, I learned it from somebody. You know, I need to teach it to somebody else. You know, I don't gatekeep. You know, anybody who wants to learn anything that I have, I'm definitely willing to share. You know, one of the things that you guys said that's key, you know, that I think that needs to happen is high school coaches and youth football coaches should tap into each other as resources. And I
Yeah.
don't think that that happens enough within our state. I think that, you know, just being quite honest, as a youth coach, I think a lot of high school coaches kind of look down on some of the youth coaches and kind of give it a bad name, as
Right.
if youth coaches don't know what they're doing sometimes. And I don't know if that's true or not completely,
Ain't
but
true from us.
Not true from
I've
us.
seen coaches do that to other coaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's a fair shake. I think that there's opportunity to do kind of like spring clinics where, you know, if you know that you have football players who are in your area who's playing for a youth organization in your area, why isn't that high school offering clinics to that program so that that program is preparing those kids to come up kind of like a feeder system into that high school? Those are all things that, you know, I think that we should be doing. You know, one of the things, if you look at the recipe for a lot of successful high schools, if you get you five or six kids from a old town or five or six kids of a core group from the
Yeah.
Billionaire Boys or SSP or West Baltimore, those are the schools that's going to state championships, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know, one of the things that I think that we can do a better job of is really build that connection between high school coaches and youth coaches, really have a better understanding of what football is. It bothers me sometimes when I see coaches kind of sit back and talk about other coaches rather than helping them be better when you see them that they don't do well. And they can help them be better and kind of coach them up. I think that that's what we're here for. One day, all of us are going to hang up our whistle. Who's the next generation? Who's the next, you know, Coach Moody? Who's the next Coach Tone? Who's the
Mhm.
next Coach Rufus? Right. So if we're not passing this information along, then you know I don't think we're doing our due diligence or doing our part.
Well, let me ask you this, Coach. What makes you go out there every day getting nothing? Probably I know it's costing you to coach because
Oh
I
yeah.
used to be a youth coach. So what's making you go out there and pay to coach every day?
So a couple things. The number one thing and reason why I coach is, you know, I really want to give back to our youth. I grew up in the inner city. I am a product of Baltimore City public schools as well. And I always said to myself, if I knew what I know now when I was in school, or, you know, me and all my guys, we'd be millionaires, right?
Hmm.
But we didn't have that knowledge, right? Back then, our coaches didn't have that knowledge. They didn't have the resources that we have now to be able to tap into a University of Maryland or Penn State or go to a clinic, you know, in Texas. I don't think Glacier Clinic or anything like that was around, you know, back then. You had coaches who had their limited knowledge of what they knew from their experience with football, and that was it, right?
Hmm.
You know, now we're in a place where we have unlimited resources to understand, you know, a lot more. And I think we have opportunities where we can, you know, put that out there where it fits a young athlete, rather than trying to create an athlete into what, you know, someone's experience tells them that they should be. It's all about development. You know, as a coach, I have to develop. As players, they have to develop. And within doing that, you have an understanding that you're building, right? I like building things, so that's why I come out. I like to see how people grow. I like to see people with potential, but it's not about the fact that someone has potential. It's about what they do with it. And I like to see how all that comes to fruition. The second reason, or another reason, I won't say second, This is probably one of the driving factors because I've wanted to walk away from youth football for a while now. Is that my son is still playing? So he's 10 years old. He
Mhm.
was on that 10U North team. He's also a
Okay.
billionaire boy. But when you look at things being done, I can't sit back and watch other coaches do it wrong, or not listen. And I have the capability to do it, right? So if someone can come out and do it right, then by all means, I'll fall back and won't do it. But until then, I'm kind of stuck in this position, at least until he stops playing. So, there are also a number of other kids that I just look at that way, right? And we just have that type of relationship where it's rewarding for me to see them be successful. And not just on the football field, right? Because I think we give a lot of credit to the sport itself of football, but football helps people in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
I use the analogy of football interactions every day, whether it be dealing with family, whether it be dealing with work, um, just being, a human being in general. I feel like, there are things that you can take from this sport that you learn that help support you and help you make it through your day. And I think that those are life lessons that we give to our kids that help them develop and grow into the young men that we want them to be, whether it's building character, whether it's building integrity, whether it's learning how to compromise, whether it's how to sacrifice. All these are life lessons that you get to experience during football, and you have almost practice with it to utilize those emotions, those thoughts, those feelings in real life situations.
Good, good. That's a good stuff. So if I was to ask you, the sum of your philosophy about the game of football, what would your philosophy be?
So we have a number of philosophies on our team, right? It's just things that we've picked up over time, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
the biggest philosophy that we carry, um, you know, uh, is no one person is bigger than the team.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get a lot of people who feel like they're more important than the larger goal. So as a head coach, my job is to create synergy, right? And where all parts are working together to be a greater good, right? So one of the things that I look at is that you could be an all-star player and you can come in, but it's not necessarily about you being an all-star player. I want to know what type of young man you're going to be when you depart from me. So it's not about the type of player you are. It's more about what type of person you're going to be, and if I can impact that, I feel really good about myself.
Obviously, because I think one of the things, like, you had a assembling of some great players, but their coaches must have already instilled that kind of philosophy in them as well. So it's good to hear that throughout youth football, there are some great coaches, because
Yes.
their coaches first of all was willing to let you, and they trusted you to take the helm for their guys, and you were able to take a semblance of, we call it the Legion of Doom at the 10U, and put them together and get them to all buy in
Yes.
a short period of time, that that they're not bigger than the team. Uh,
Absolutely. And I gotta say it, especially, I'm not really tapped into a lot of the other classes or age groups, but I can speak for the class of 2032, which is that 10U group going up to 11U this
mhm.
year. There are a lot of great athletes as well as a lot of great coaches that I hope really tap into Mason Dixon. I really got to shout out, coaches that I work with. Obviously, Coach Keontae Chase from Park Heights Saints. Obviously, Coach Scrap, we call him Coach Scrap, but Coach Anthony Hall over at Old Town. But also you have Wiley Aileen over at West Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
You have Coach Dennis Harding over at Woodlawn Secret Society Panthers. You have a lot of great coaches. You guys were just talking about Torrey Smith over at East Howard Jaguars. I mean, this class of 2032, you're going to see some amazing athletes because you have great coaches who are vested into the players.
Yes.
now at the youth level, do these coaches rise up with their teams and their age group? Do they get to carry them on to the next level?
I mean, most coaches are. I
Okay.
will say just speaking from a program perspective, if you want to be successful, you should be doing that. If you jumping from team to team, putting a group of kids with a new coaching staff every year, um, I've just seen coaches who are capable be more successful in riding along with their teams than coaches who receive a team each year and then try to coach them into a new system.
Yeah, yeah,
I agree with that.
absolutely. So
Yeah.
what's your plan for the future, man, for your squads?
So I never put expectations on my squad, right? I always tell, our team, like, we don't have a peak. Our goal is just to work hard, right? I can't
Hmm.
promise you anything but hard work. We're going to come out, we're going to work, and, we're going to try to be our best. We're not putting our standards, up against anyone else's standards.
Good.
We are who we are. We're going to be who we're going to be. And our work will, show for who we are and what we do and how we do it. I don't like to put expectations because I think people will do that, right? If this is
Right.
the expectation, I'm just going to do the expectation. This is what's expected of me. But
Hmm.
if I don't give you an expectation and I tell you just to work, then my understanding is that maybe you exceed that thought of what that expectation would be. And I don't want to put that limitation on any kid. I feel like kids, my experience has shown me that they'll do whatever you teach them,
Yeah.
and there's no limit to that, right? So the things we're doing now, we were doing them at 7. So I feel like a lot of what we do doesn't really have an expectation or a timeline to it. It's just continue to build and grow.
Now we have a saying like they're student athletes first.
Right.
Yeah.
Is what we call them. They're student athletes. So what emphasis do you put on your guys as far as the academics and the education?
So it is mandatory to be a billionaire boy that you have to have a 3.5 GPA or higher.
Oh wow.
Whoa. Whoa, they
Okay.
talented and academically capable. I like
Yes. The majority of our kids have 4.0 GPAs.
Okay.
that. Wow. I like that. I like that from high
Now,
school's perspective.
well, what? I'm loving it.
Man.
So what happens if you get that kid that academically ain't there?
We help them. So we just don't cut people off, right? So
Mhm.
one of the things is it's like everybody starts out with an A. I think that's one of the things that people
No.
don't understand. First day of school, you got an A already. It's
Yeah.
yours to lose, right? So, as a coach, if I'm spending, you know, in the beginning of the season, if I'm spending 10 hours a week with you, right? It
Mhm.
doesn't all have to be football. I mean, how many drills you're going to run, how many times you're going to rep passing routes, how many times you're going to rep throwing. I want to see your notebook. I want to see how organized you are. I want to see your grades. I want to know who your teachers are. I want to know what your thoughts are about school, what you like, what you don't like. I want to know who you're sitting with. Are you sitting in the back of the class? Are you sitting with the smart kids, as we like to say?
Hmm.
Are you carrying yourself accordingly? And do you know what your plan is when you go to school each day, right? These are things that we know help our kids be successful, right? And again, for me, it's not all about football. It's about how am I impacting your life?
Yeah.
When you guys get up in the morning, you have a routine, right? You got to get up, you got to get dressed, you got to get out the house, you get to work, you do your job, you come home, and that's the same thing every day, probably just about. Why aren't we teaching our kids that, right? Why does it have to be that, hey, I get up, I jump on the game, or I jump on my iPad? No, it's more to it, right? So if we're teaching our kids how to be organized, if we're teaching our kids how to adjust when they need to adjust, if we're teaching them how to keep a notebook and take good notes and how
Mhm.
to understand, that's a part of what it means to be a billionaire boy, right? That's a part of what it means to function in life, just overall. So one of the things that we try to do is we try to make sure that academically you get it, right? Because we want young men who can function in life, not just play football on the football field.
Right. I'm gonna steal that everybody starts with an A. I'm gonna just tell you
Yeah.
that 'cause I'm stealing that from my boys, man. Let them know they all start with A's. It's up to them.
Yeah, you all start with A's.
Right.
You so Saturday, man, we had shout out to also to Coach Donald Davis for allowing us the venue at Mount St. Joe's. But tell us a little bit about your experience with Mason Dixon and in the game?
Oh man, it was a really good experience. No negative things to say. I think that the game day was a really good day, at least for our game. The weather held out
Yeah,
for us. One of the things that I have an understanding of is that any program that is coming about and is new to everyone, it's going to need to be supported. A big push for me to do this was that there is not a platform within Baltimore and the surrounding counties that really allow the kids from Baltimore and the surrounding counties to participate.
yeah,
Yes.
So I just haven't seen that, right? I think that everything that happens a bit further out. I think everything that happens, may be specific to a particular group.
yep,
But I think Mason Dixon allowed an opportunity for kids specifically from Baltimore and the surrounding counties to participate in something right here in their town. So I think that that was really helpful. And I think you had an opportunity, at least with the 10U, to see, that, hey, there's some athletes here
oh
who
my
can
God,
ball, right? And are
Mhm.
overall good kids. We didn't have any drama or any crazy stuff
Nope.
going on. It was a good day, you know. And then also was an opportunity for our players to interact with coaches, right?
Yeah,
On that high school level. So I think, a lot of our players had the opportunity to interact with Coach Davis from Mount St. Joe, previously, whether it was with Blur over there with Montre Gregory and
mhm,
the things that they were doing with 7-on-7, or me personally meeting Coach Davis through Glacier clinics and clinics that he's done, here in Baltimore. But being able to go to Pilates and be at the facility and host practice there,
mhm.
being able to go to a Mount St. Joe and practice and play there, actually means a lot for our kids because that's not offered a lot of times to them to be able to go to those locations and to be able to be supported in that way. The other thing that I look at, for Mason Dixon is, there are a lot of things that I see that you guys have coming out. I think you guys have a showcase coming up and some other
Yep,
things that you'd like to do in the spring. But, even prior to this, I tell people, the first time I heard of Mason Dixon was probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago. But you guys have been around for some time. Like I
yeah,
realized when I looked at your, Instagram page, you guys have been ranking teams and some other things. And a lot of people just don't know about you guys or who you are.
mhm.
But I think that it's an opportunity for us to kind of, tap into, a lot of the youth programs, high school programs, get a better understanding of how we all can work together,
Yeah,
especially in our state,
Yeah.
and really build up not just the sport, but really showcase our young men. I think that, there's a lot of opportunity and potential there. So, just speaking for me, my overall experience so far with Mason Dixon has been great. You guys have been, class act. Everything's been exactly what you guys have said it would be. I haven't had any issues. Everything that you guys said you were going to do, you did. Coach Moody told us we were getting jerseys when we got jerseys, right?
mhm.
Um,
But he owes you
so,
medals, coach. He owes you medals. He
I
didn't.
gotta
He
get
didn't get
those.
you your medals.
It wasn't my fault, Coach.
He gave him out. He gave him out to all the
Hey,
other age groups. I was like, what happened to my billionaire boys and the
hey,
state
that's way before
and up
I,
nets and
yeah,
the Old Town Gators? Where are their medals?
yeah,
I
yeah,
tell you,
yeah.
Coach,
Coach, he was
I
he was
was
to the point.
working.
He was
I was
crying.
working. I didn't even
Coach,
realize your game was over until y'all
coach,
got out of
No,
there.
coach,
I mean,
he was crying.
obviously,
I was crying.
with anything, there are recommendations that you guys can take.
Mm-hmm.
Having your trophy table set up and all that other stuff at the end
Yep.
of games,
Yeah.
and
Well, we got
going over
improvements
team
to make.
pictures, player interviews, live streams, some of those things. Maybe in the future, now that we more people know about it, maybe if we plan early enough, maybe names on the back
Yeah.
of jerseys, trophies for players. All those things. They're optionals and they're things that are attractive to get people that want to support and participate. So, these are all things that I think, in the future, if you guys take those recommendations, I
Oh,
think that they would be
absolutely.
really
Yeah.
good. But, like I said, overall, the biggest thing is that, a lot of people just didn't know about what was going on or what was happening, because your name's not out there as big now. But I
Right.
think after this past weekend, more people know about it, right? More
Oh,
people have heard
absolutely.
of it. And I think it's only going to get bigger.
Oh, good, good. Well, Coach, I want to
Yeah.
tell you, man, I appreciate you for your support. I appreciate for what you're doing, man, in your community and beyond your community for these young men. I mean, you're an amazing man, an amazing
Thank
coach.
you.
And if I had a 10-year-old, I would be proud to have him,
Yes.
be part of what you're doing, man, because you're doing it for the love of the kids.
Yep.
Thank you. I
I mean,
appreciate that.
obviously your whole staff, like all those men out there, I mean, they was doing it for the love of the kids, and they do a good job.
They did. They
Thank
did
you.
a great
Thank
job.
you.
So
Yeah, I
I would,
really appreciate my staff and the guys who came out to help support us. I think it we should do that a lot more. I think that there could be a lot more collaboration within our city, within our state, within the things that we do that really represent our state. Potentially Mason Dixon becoming a larger all-star team where it's a Maryland team potentially versus, PA or something like that.
Working on it.
Yeah. But the again, no expectations, just keep building and keep working, right? And that way we know we know the product that we have here in Baltimore and the surrounding counties. We just need to be able to put it together, right?
yeah,
And I
Yes.
think this is our opportunity to kind of do that.
good, good.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, have you got anything else, Coach Woody?
No, man, I want to thank you for everything, man. You represented well. You represented Baltimore well. You represented 10U well. You represented Billionaire Boys well. Hey, man, keep doing what you do, man. And hey, we're gonna be fam, and we staying in touch, baby. You
Thank
got a
you.
lot of good
Appreciate you
ideas,
guys.
and I'm gonna steal them. I'm gonna take them.
Yo,
I'm
and
gonna make them happen,
And
man.
and shout out to those other men, because I mean the
Yes,
Old Town Gators up next.
all the
I mean,
coaches that you
there's
brought
some
in,
there's
that
some
you
good
had working with
organizations
you.
out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
absolutely.
I said you represented Baltimore well. You brought them all together, man. And
Yeah,
whether you went and got them or whether they came out, you just welcome them to your staff, or whatever the case may be, man. You're right. You highlighted Baltimore, man, and keep doing it.
absolutely.
Man. And we're gonna keep trying to give you the platform to do it on.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thanks
All
again.
right,
All
appreciate
right,
you,
dog.
man.
All right. Take care. Enjoy your holiday.
You
All
too,
right,
man. Have a
you
happy
too.
New
All right.
Year's,
You
dog.
too,
You too.
Peace. Hey,
man.
hey, fam.
That's a good dude right
That
there.
was, man. That is a good dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That
saying.
is
That's
a
a
good
good dude right
That
there.
is a good dude.
Well,
That was
family,
a
look,
good interview. I appreciate him.
fam, MLK
Here we go.
showcase
Here we go.
January
What?
20th. Yeah, I'm gonna say MLK
Yes, sir.
inauguration day. MLK January 20th.
CFP Championship Day.
Carroll County Indoor Sports Arena. And look, we're gonna have great men, for instance, just like the man you met, and
Yes.
I mean, and his football knowledge is as good as any, and,
Yes.
and his drills and everything else. I mean, you won't get a taste of him. So bring your 10Us out there, 11Us, to get a
Yes.
piece of him and his coaching staff
I like
as well.
something he said though, man. I want to add it to the showcase, man, and we're gonna try to add it. I'm gonna put it out there right now. I ain't even talked to you about it, and I'm putting it out there. I want to have player interviews at the showcase.
Oh, no doubt.
I want to have player interviews.
No doubt.
We're gonna make that happen.
But you know what I really want to happen? I'm putting a call out
Woo-hoo!
to the 10U
Woo-hoo!
FBU.
Here we
10U
go.
FBU.
10U FBU.
Yeah, I'm telling you now.
Who's that coach?
Come on, man. The man, the myth, the legend over at East Howard.
East Howard County.
Torrey.
Jaguars.
Torrey Smith.
Torrey Smith. Come on, Torrey.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Make it happen, Torrey.
Yeah. We love what you're doing over there too.
Yes,
boy.
we love what you're doing.
And
we're
Sonny,
talking about
Sonny are running a good organization over there, man.
we're trying to put it together for January 11th, dog.
Yeah, Sonny running a great. Hey, they got that 13U coach over there too, man. Said Benny.
Said, man.
Yeah,
that's my man.
Yeah, they good at every level.
That's my man.
Sonny, you're doing a great job, man.
Yes, he is.
Shout out to you.
Yes,
Shout out
he
to
is.
you.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but tap Torrey, on the shoulder.
Tell Torrey, we trying to. Hey, man, we just trying
and
to highlight everybody.
Tell
man.
there's a Mason Dixon All-Star squad ready for that FBU squad.
Man, ready for the FBU squad. Let's highlight what we got in Maryland, man.
Yeah.
Let's highlight that.
Yeah, we love our.
Let
own
everybody
talent.
see that.
We love our own talent.
Yeah.
Well, fam, this is Big Tone saying, Happy New Year. Be safe. Stay blessed.
Yes.
And I'm going to see you in 2025.
Hey, baby. Coach Moody said, toast it up to us, baby. Toast it up. Enjoy your year, man. Enjoy your year-end celebration, your New Year celebration, man. And we're going to see y'all on the other side, baby.
Peace.
Peace.